We're recording, mate. We're live.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back.
This is gonna be Footy Talks podcast where we talk about footy, most football, something me and Aaron here know a lot. So
And we'll incorporate some different sports in the mix.
yeah, like UFC and boxing. I don't really know too much about basketball, but it
Yeah,
could be any sport really. Main events, big things coming up. Maybe some wrestling, WWE.
gotta get back into the roots when we used to watch WWE when we were younger.
I haven't watched WWE in like
It's been
forever.
Yeah, it fell off after fucking The Rock and all them people fucking started leaving. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it since middle school, so haven't kept up with that. Don't really know what's going on. But anyways, footy talks. We're gonna be talking about just weekend games, Champions League, Europa League, European, and it doesn't matter.
International football as
Yeah.
well. There's some good fixtures coming up in March. I know that.
Yep.
I know there's some. What's it? I think it's international for Mexico. They're playing this year the Copa Oro, so international tournaments too. So just
Copa Oros this year.
yeah for them because they play Copa America next year with against.
Oh, I can't wait for
Yeah,
that.
so
It's gonna be here in the states.
yeah, so we'll probably catch a game. Maybe do a podcast downtown and
Downtown ATL, yes sir.
with a game and
Hopefully there's some good teams that come down to the Mercedes Benz.
yeah, because normally it's like some bad teams. No offense, but
Yeah. But
we would like to see some
don't
Brazil
know.
or Argentina.
man, it's always
Uruguay.
Mexico though. No hating shit, but it always be Mexico.
It is. It is. It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
You haven't been to one?
Mexico game, I've been to one, and that was at the Georgia Dome, I think, when the Georgia Dome used to be here.
Yeah, the
I
dome.
went there. Yeah, I went one.
Who they play?
I think it was Paraguay.
They win.
I think they did or they tied, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
a long time ago. I don't remember that shit. But
Yeah,
normally, I remember when we used to go to a lot of Atlanta United games back in the day. When was it?
when they were good.
Yeah, when they were good and they were winning
They're-
they won the league and all that shit. I know we went to the
Dude.
semifinal game too. We
Did
sat
we?
all the way up top. Yeah, it was against
Yeah.
Revolution. We sat all the way
Yeah.
up top, but I mean,
You're right.
shit, we still.
I think I still got those videos. When
Yeah,
they
I
scored.
do
think they
too,
won
yeah.
3-0. Yeah, I remember that.
I got that shit too. But yeah, I mean, hey, this
times.
is gonna be a podcast about sports, mainly
Mhm.
soccer. If you guys have some questions or opinions or things that you would like to talk about,
Yeah,
well-
this is all opinion. All right, so
and we're not.
if you get butthurt, you get mad, then that's on
Yeah,
you.
we're. I'm a Madrid fan. He's a Barca fan. So like,
Yes, sir.
even though we hate each other rivalry wise, we still are.
We respect each other.
Yes,
at
we
the end
know
of the
when
day.
there's good players on
Yeah.
either side, or when one team is playing like
Yeah.
shit, or we're
You
not
know.
gonna be here and be like, oh fuck Barca or this. Nah.
Yeah.
Sometimes yeah.
Maybe a little bit, but hey, we'll give credit where it's due, at least from my side, and I'm pretty sure from Aaron's side. Like I said, this is all opinion based. Everybody has different perspective when it comes down to sports. So, yeah, that's just how it is. So
let's
get
started.
into it.
So this weekend, or not this weekend, this past weekend, we had some interesting, games
Yes, sir,
around
in the Premier
year
League.
Premier League football. We had Arsenal beating Villa 4-2.
Did you watch that game?
No, I did not, but
Did
I
you see
did.
the highlights?
I saw that they were 2-2 in the 90th minute, and then that's when they started scoring the last two,
Yeah,
which
dude.
obviously left them 4-2. They're on top of the league.
As of right now, dude, honestly, that league race right now in the Prem is crazy. You got Arsenal right there, top. Then you got Man City and Man United. Like they've been
Surprisingly.
coming back, man. They've
Yeah.
been coming back into the race. They're like what 3 points I get behind City and then 5 against Arsenal.
Yeah, I think it's
As of right
8
now.
Because as of right now, I think it's 8.
Yeah, this is just last weekend.
Yeah, but at that time it was 5 behind. Yeah, Arsenal, and then 3
3
behind
against City.
City.
That
But
was good. Not a shocker really, but then again, kind of. It's Chelsea. They lost to Southampton 1-0. As after spending millions of dollars on all these new players, it's like they still can't seem to win a game. They either lose or they tie. But what do you think about Chelsea, man?
I think they have a good squad from the midfield up. Defensively is where they are lacking, and obviously Mendy being on
Reece
the bench.
James?
Reece James is injured. I know. I think he was
He was
injured.
playing though. He
If he's
played this game, I
oh, then
think.
he's back.
Yeah, he's
But
back.
I heard he was injured, and I don't know if he
Yeah,
got
yeah.
re-injured. But yeah, apart from that, you got Thiago Silva, who's still a good center back, but in my opinion, you need to find somebody else like that's gonna be younger and that's gonna take over that position because Thiago Silva can do so much at his age that if you need a younger fucking center back to run down a striker, I mean, Thiago Silva ain't gonna do that. So that's me. And then you got Koulibaly on the left hand side of or I think he was on the right hand side, but Koulibaly as the next center back, he's been pretty quiet. Honestly, I kind of expected more of him coming from Napoli to a harder league, in my opinion. I've expected more from him. He has underperformed very much. And then on the left, you got Cucurella, who's, in my opinion, I don't know why they bought him. It's just been.
Cucurella, man. Let's see. I'm looking right now at the starters of against the Southampton game, but man, you look at that squad and you're like, damn, dude, this team right here is supposed to be like winning their games by like 2 or 3-0. You know?
Oh, bro, they're supposed to be winning 5-0, man.
Yeah.
That front.
But is their striker though? I mean, they got Havertz. I mean, he's not really done too good. You know, he's a bang average player. I mean,
That and Mason Mount. Mason Mount, they had him high on his high horse
Yeah.
because of his season 2 years ago. But man,
the year they won the champions, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
When they won the champions, Mason Mount was a good part of that run. But in my opinion, they need to bench him. Havertz needs to go, but you really don't have another striker, let's say like that can get into the box and
Sterling, ever since he's left City, is like, dude,
he's
what
been
happened to
down.
Sterling?
He's been down.
Yeah.
He got injured. I know he did get injured.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
And then
didn't know
he's
that.
coming back, but Sterling to me has underperformed a lot. And that's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Midfield wise,
Felix,
you got Joao, you got Enzo Fernandez, you got Mateo Kovacic.
man,
bro,
good midfield right there.
Great midfield.
That's a great trio right there in the mid, dude. And honestly, I think that's tying into the Champions League game. But I was watching a little bit against Dortmund, and Chelsea. They should have scored. They should have scored at
Oh.
least 1, 2 goals that
Exactly.
match, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't finish their chances, and Dortmund came back and they scored the chance they had, and 1-0 right there. Yeah, the tie is still open, but Chelsea, all these games, I feel like they've had a lot of chances. I mean, I'm trying to look. I mean, look at that. Again, they lost 1-0 to Southampton. They had 17 shots compared to Southampton's 8.
And there were 5 on
And
target.
they both teams still had the same amount on goal, 5. And Chelsea beat them in possession, something obviously with that midfield that they had.
Yeah. It's
You
gonna
know,
be-
they're supposed to have it, but dude, you know, Chelsea are creating all these chances. It's just the striker they're lacking. You know, Chelsea's never really had a good striker ever since Drogba, at least. You know,
yeah.
to me, I don't know.
Maybe you give Fernando Torres his flowers too, but
Was he after Drogba?
I think
Or
I think he
were
was.
they in the same time?
No, I think he was after Drogba. I mean, I think we could see, but I think he was after Drogba. But even that,
not too
he like
sure.
had a good fucking.
But yeah, Torres, Fernando Torres, and Drogba were like 2 really good strikers Chelsea had, because I remember Lukaku was there, didn't work out. Timo Werner was there, didn't really work out.
True.
They got Havertz and Mount right now, they're not really working out. You know, I'm trying to think who else did they have. Didn't they have Morata too?
Yeah, but Morata they didn't. No, Falcao was at United. No, he was.
Yeah,
At Chelsea.
he went to Chelsea
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
But that was after Falcao's injury, man. So
Yeah.
At that time, Falcao was not in his prime no more. He was already. So he didn't really work out too much either. Neither did Morata.
Morata,
You know.
Morata only worked out at fucking Juventus. That was the only place he
Yeah.
worked out.
Yeah, he was good there. He was good there. I mean, how was he at Madrid?
Shit. I mean, he scored goals, but he wasn't like a starter.
Okay.
Fernando Torres was at Chelsea from 2011 to 2015. So
Yeah, it was a little after Drogba.
Yeah, and then Drogba.
They were playing at the same time then, because Drogba. I remember the last time he played the Champions League against Bayern, the final. It was
Yeah,
like
they
in
won that, right?
2012. Yeah, Chelsea won that. Drogba scored that penalty. You know, they went to shootout.
Yeah, Drogba was there from 04 to 2012.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he was way.
man.
Yeah.
No, but Torres and Drogba, 2 great Chelsea strikers, and ever since then, Chelsea have been lacking a really solid striker like them too, man. And that's their problem right now. Good midfield defense is all right. I mean, I feel like they can definitely keep up, but they just got to put their chances away,
We
really.
go back to the same thing. I don't. There's as of now, I don't think there's really any good strikers that Chelsea can go after and buy or get at the moment. Yeah, they're getting a striker in Nkunku who basically really isn't a striker. He's more of a center attacking mid. But you got Nkunku. But then again, Nkunku's not tall. He can't win those headers like, let's say, a Lukaku or a Drogba that,
Yeah.
they can fucking go up and, header the ball like that. They don't have that. So I feel like, is there a striker out there that can go out there and they can get? No. In my opinion, I don't think so at the moment. But if you look at Germany, maybe in the German league, in the Bundesliga, there's this guy in Borussia Mönchengladbach that I think he played in the World Cup with France. He he's good, but is he worth it? I mean, then again, Chelsea did spend $406 million on fucking
And
players
they're gonna keep
this
spending
past.
more, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, do you think this Chelsea team? Do you think they need a new coach? Do you think they need a new manager, or should we
No,
keep giving?
I feel like they should keep him. They should let him finish out the season and let him start next season. Now, next season is when you'll really see. Because, for example, Tuchel, even though he won a Champions League and I think a League Cup or a Carabao Cup or one of those things, they still sacked him. And I
Hmm.
feel like he would have picked that team back up if they would have had
The
it.
players they have now?
Exactly. I feel like Tuchel will know who to pick and who to play. I don't think majority of them would have come. Maybe Joao Felix in a sense that would have came and like changed the game for them, but I feel like you have to give him time. Graham Potter came in mid season, probably even after mid season, and you're thinking of firing him. No, I say give him his time. It's the same thing I said with Arteta at Arsenal a while ago. I said Arteta, if you give him, let him stay and see how he's gonna progress. Look at the results. They're number one in the league right now.
Yeah.
Do we think they'll win the league? It's
Maybe they
maybe.
can definitely do it,
They
but
can definitely
it's
do it. It
it's
just takes consistency.
yeah, they gotta be consistent. They gotta win the games that they're supposed to win.
Exactly. So
You
I feel
know.
like if Chelsea does that same thing that Arsenal did with Arteta, I feel like they will progress and maybe faster than Arsenal did, be back up on the table, be in Champions League
Yeah.
football, and be a contender to fight
Yeah.
everything
Especially
basically.
with those players, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, I agree 100%. Give them time. It's hard. It's hard to for a manager to get all these new players and then expect after 5 6 games to already be like top of the league,
Exactly.
be already absolutely balling out of your mind. Like,
And
nah,
we'll,
you got to give them time.
and we'll go with the same thing with Xavi. Like Xavi coming in mid-season last season. Did he come in mid-season?
Yeah,
Yeah, he came in mid-season last season, and obviously he struggled. Everybody was trying to get used to Xavi ball, but eventually, look at them now. I mean, obviously, we both have our differences on the way they got up there, but look at Barca. Barca's number one in the league. They're what, 10 points as of now, 10 points ahead of Real Madrid in league, and they play tomorrow.
yeah, it can be
Yeah,
more, but
or not
that
10. They're 7, but
yeah.
it'll be 10 tomorrow.
There's a lot I can say about Barca,
Yeah,
me being a fan, but that'll come a little later. But yeah, give them time because I feel like every manager needs time. They haven't even these guys didn't even play a preseason together. They haven't had
exactly.
time to warm up. They
Exactly.
all got thrown into a new team with new players, new teammates, and they're already thrown into competition mid-season already. And this team hasn't had the chance to adapt together to build team chemistry. And it doesn't matter the players, even if they're professionals, to get thrown in a
Into
team with new teammates in like competition, like the nerves are up. You want to perform, you want to win your games, but you're surrounded by new people, so it makes it 10 times harder.
exactly.
So
And I feel like the big missing piece for Chelsea is Kante.
Yeah.
and N'Golo Kante being out for so long, and that was their missing piece.
He's back in training, so
So
that's good news to Chelsea right there. If he can find his form again and he finds his way back into the starting 11 in that midfield that they have right now, because
mm,
man, you know, it's gonna be pretty tough. It's good competition because of the players that they got now, especially when Kante comes back. But if he can find his form and they throw him back in there, Chelsea can definitely be a contender next season. You just gotta give them time. Now, like you said, if they're still losing, if they're still doing bad, then okay, give
maybe
them the sack.
exactly.
But at that point, yeah, I don't know. We just give them time, see how Chelsea do right now. Yeah, they're the laughing stock as well as Liverpool because Liverpool from last season being in like four finals, they're having a chance to win four fucking trophies last season to now being in like
Like
fifth
ninth,
place or
yeah,
sixth place in the
something like
league.
that.
You know, getting beat by smaller teams that last season they would absolutely demolish.
Yeah,
Like the fall off was huge
I feel
for
like
Liverpool.
Mane was. A lot of people, I even myself said that they would be fine without Mane, but
Do you really think Mane is the reason that Liverpool are doing so bad?
as of right now, yes. Or maybe we can also say the injury
The
of
defense?
that and the injury of Luis Diaz. I feel like Luis Diaz replaced Mane in a good way, but also like missing him, it put a lot of more pressure on Salah, on Darwin Nunez, and then getting Gakpo mid-season. I feel like even Gakpo hasn't even gotten adjusted to the Prem because it's way more difficult than it is
Yeah.
at PSV, which you know. But in my opinion, I feel like Liverpool lost a lot when they let Sadio Mane go. That's just me.
Yeah, dude, Mane was a baller, man.
Oh, good.
And Salah, all credit to him. Like he's a baller too. But dude, Salah, he's been ever since I think the AFCON final, or ever since he lost that against Mane, like ever since then, Salah hasn't been in form.
It's been that, and I feel like it was the Champions League final, losing to Madrid back to back in the Champions League final. So I feel like that's what kind of like rattled him. But I mean, he's still a good player. He can score. He's dangerous. He will get in the box and either score or pass. So I feel like Salah just needs to get his scoring ways back, which he did against Madrid, but then getting thrashed. But still, it's like I feel like if he finds the net in the Prem, he'll be getting back into his performance
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Honestly, Liverpool's big problem right now is defense because they got good strikers. I mean, Darwin Nunez,
You can say a
he's
lot.
I don't know about him. All right, I don't know about him. He's a little shit. He's a little good at times. I mean, against Real Madrid, what a goal! But still, he just hasn't been
I
performing,
mean,
man.
we go back to the whole thing like from leagues. Example, both Haaland and Darwin Nunez. Darwin came from a Portuguese league that, no offense, but it's not that hard, you know? Excuse me. There's not that hard. You can literally score 20 goals, 20 plus goals there and,
Yeah,
and then get bought.
I
And
mean,
that's what happened.
I don't know, dude. I mean, Uruguay in the World Cup. I mean, he didn't even do shit with Uruguay.
Exactly. So I feel like he was too hyped. It's the same thing when I said about Joao Felix when Atletico spent so much money on him. He was a waste of money at Atletico. That's the same thing Liverpool's doing with Darwin Nunez. He's a waste of money. He wasn't worth that much.
Yeah,
He wasn't worth that
definitely
much.
not.
You can see a lot of these other strikers on other teams that have bought in players for way cheap and they've been performing. So it's like for me, I say that was a waste of money. He wasn't worth that much. Is he still a good player? Yeah, he will always be deadly from inside the box.
Hmm.
Every striker that is a top class striker in some way is gonna be deadly from anywhere, except if you're Lukaku. I mean, Lukaku is not that great anymore.
She throws shots at Lukaku,
But yeah,
but
I
no.
feel like Darwin
Yeah,
Nunez, if I say, give him until the end of next season. If he doesn't perform or doesn't score more than 20 goals, in my opinion, then okay, we'll say he's a flop. It's the same thing with Haaland. Haaland is a good striker. Yeah, he has scored a lot of goals, but
a
I feel
lot of
like,
easy tap ins and
but
that.
the reason City is losing the Prem is because they're playing around Haaland. When last season they used to just play freely. It wasn't based around Holland. They had example like Gabriel Jesus. They played a false nine or forward at false nine. They were playing great football. That's why they were on top of the league. That's why they were scoring goals. That's why they were going through every fucking competition they had.
Hmm.
And then you bring in Holland, who don't get me wrong, is a good striker. Is I would love him at Madrid, but seeing him play in Prem, where it's the hardest league in the world, in my opinion, and performing like that, I kind of expected more. I expected City to be like Napoli and have like a 10 point or 11 point fucking clear between first and second and winning the league. That was
That's
me.
true. That's true. City this year, they've definitely fallen off the gas pedal a little bit compared to last season. Even though Haaland has his records right now, his goals and all that, breaking the goals in a quick time. Right now, right now, Haaland hasn't really been scoring as of late. I think
Damn.
KDB,
KDB and Bernardo
you
Silva, they've
know,
been picking up
they
the slack. Julian Alvarez, I know
they
he
don't even
scored
play
today.
him.
He played today. I know he scored before I came. He scored a goal.
Good. Then
He needs
that's what
to,
happened. That's why he needs to play more.
and that's what I said. I said he's gonna
Fuck.
be like I said, Julian Alvarez. If they bought him for so little, he's gonna be the star instead of Holland.
Yeah. But back to Liverpool a little bit. Um, their defense and their midfield is just not good, man. I mean,
And like
their forward line, they got good players. Gakpo, Nunez is okay. Salah, Firmino,
being honest,
Jota.
you look at that team and you're like, damn, that team is disgustingly scary. You got fucking Alisson at goalkeeper, Van Dyke, Joe Gomez, who's not bad. You got Andy Robinson, and then you
He's
got
okay, and Trent is okay at the
Trent.
defense too. I mean,
Defensively, Trent is shit, but offensively, Trent is very good. And then you go to the midfield where you got Fabinho, the guy Stefan Barjak from he's Spanish, Henderson, like
Henderson and Milner, they're not that good no more.
exactly, they're just done. And then
Fabinho is okay.
midfield is where it's lacking, and then
Yeah,
you go to Gakpo, Nunez, and Salah, and you're like, damn,
good
Gakpo,
forward.
Gakpo. Before he came to Liverpool, he had like 15 plus goals in all competition.
Yeah,
And then you had Darwin Nunez, who's fucking scored 20 plus in Benfica last season. And then you got the Egyptian King. Like, what? How are you not scared of that team in that
yeah.
front three?
I just think it's the midfield. The midfield, they need to get younger midfield. James Miller's been there for ages. You know, it's time for him to go. Same thing with Henderson. Like, I feel like they just need a whole new midfield.
And I know Thiago got injured, and I feel like that is where they are very lacking.
Yeah,
Thiago going down was where they lost their midfield because, like, who else are you gonna put in that midfield? Like, you have Arthur, the guy from Juventus that came from Juventus. That came from Juventus. Like,
yeah. But he's injured, and I even forgot they had Arthur.
I did too
Like,
until like
holy
last week.
shit.
But yeah, I feel like for me personally, if we're gonna talk, like, I'm gonna ask top four. Who do you have top four right now? If the season ended right now, who are your top four right now in the Prem?
In the Prem, oof. Let me pull up real quick the fucking league table somehow. Mm-mm-mm. I guess I can just. That would keep recording. Oh, there we go.
So
So
top four right now. If the league would end right
if
now,
the lead
who would you
ended
be
right
top
now,
four?
shh, that's a good
Or
one.
who do you think is playing Champions League football next season?
Okay, I say Arsenal, City, United, definitely those three.
Okay.
Now the fourth one, that's the tricky part because I mean you got Tottenham, Newcastle, Fulham, and Liverpool. Liverpool can still try and make it. They gotta win.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it, Liverpool is I think today they were playing and
Crystal Palace, and then they
I,
were
it
tied.
was 0-0. I don't know how it's going right now or how it ended, but I think Arsenal, City, United, those three for sure. Fourth place, I have to give it to I don't know, bro. Fulham is close to Newcastle. Newcastle right now are struggling, but I say Newcastle. I
Newcastle.
feel like Newcastle will find their way again.
Mm,
I say those are my top four: Arsenal, City, United, and Newcastle.
I say those top four as well. I feel like Tottenham will choke, and then Newcastle will help. Will like benefit from that.
Yeah.
Do you see Chelsea getting into European football though? Because it's
No.
after the top four, it's Europa League.
And who play? How many spots are available in Europa League for
I
them?
I think it's three Europa Leagues and then two for Conference League.
Hmm. Does it tell you? Oh yeah,
It's
position.
in
Oh,
soft. So only one goes to
only
Europa.
one goes to Europa.
Okay, so
So then, yeah,
I don't think they'll play European football.
I think.
Maybe Conference League. Like
Do you think Fulham can maybe beat and get fifth place?
no, I think Fulham, even though they have a good squad, they have a great midfield. I don't think they can surpass Newcastle. Because then again, you look at Newcastle's team; they're very good too.
Or Tottenham, because Tottenham could end up in fifth
And that's the thing.
places too.
I feel like it's going to be Liverpool, Newcastle, and Tottenham fighting for those European spots.
I say,
Oh wait, I don't
yeah,
even think Prem plays your Conference League because they have too many cups.
yeah. I think Newcastle for me is gonna finish above Tottenham, and Tottenham is gonna play Europa League, and they're gonna finish fifth. And then Liverpool, Chelsea, they're gonna be out of European competition.
Big bold statement.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Liverpool, but I would say Chelsea is going to be out of position for European football.
I mean, what will it? They can't play conference, so Liverpool has to finish fifth.
Or do
You,
they? I think they do play conference. I don't know,
I don't know, but who
but
cares about the conference league anyways? Here we're talking about
European
Champions
Europa,
League and Europa League.
Okay, so top four, yes, I agree with you. Newcastle is going to be in there and playing instead of Tottenham for Champions League football next
So
season.
you think Tottenham is gonna
Con-
finish Europa League
yeah,
fifth
the
place?
Europa League,
Yeah.
and maybe watch out with Liverpool because Liverpool, even though they're playing like shit, they can still surprise you.
They they ended 0-0 against Crystal Palace today. So
There you go.
I mean,
Well,
as it stands, Liverpool got 36 now. I mean, I don't know, bro. Liverpool, I don't think they'll even get Europa League.
it's gonna be a tight race. Even though it's a tight race up top, it's also a tight race in the mid table, and then there's also a tight race at the end. The relegation, that's fucking scary, mate. You got fucking Southampton, Bournemouth, and then you got Everton. Who would have thought Everton? They're
Doing
fucking
trash.
fucking
Leeds
trash.
is close too. Leeds are going down too. Now that I mean, with that
They won
the
today, so I
the
feel,
American boys, McKennie and Tyler Adams there,
and then Brendan Aronson, yeah, they got a squad. I'm surprised they're all the way down there. I thought they would be like mid table fighting
Yeah.
for like European football.
I mean, right now Southampton are definitely looking like they're gonna get relegated.
Yeah.
But I mean, from Bournemouth up, Everton, Leeds, West Ham,
So West Ham is surprisingly down there too,
Wolves,
and then Leicester as well.
and Leicester, and I mean, you can even put Forest.
Nottingham Forest, yeah,
You know,
poor
from
team.
13 down to 20, Northam, Leicester, Wolves, West Ham, Leeds, Everton, Bournemouth, Southampton. Any of those can get relegated because they're so fucking close on points. They're like only 2 to 3 point separation right there. So for them, every game is like do or die.
Exactly.
You know, so
And then I know Forest lost today 4-0. Fucking poor Killer Navas.
you know what would be crazy? The fact that if Leicester were to get relegated again, it's like damn, they got promoted, won the fucking league, and now they're gonna go get relegated. Maybe
And they
might
play
get
Champions
relegated.
League football too.
That's crazy.
That's
But you said Keylor Navas got scored on what
4-0.
today?
Yeah.
I mean it's Forest, man, which is surprising. I never thought Keylor Navas would play at Nottingham Forest.
I mean, Nottingham Forest is like fucking Chelsea right now. They're just fucking throwing money at everything.
That's
So-
crazy though for him to end up
And that's
there.
the thing. Nottingham Forest has a good squad. Like, if you look at that squad, you're like, wow, that squad should be at least mid-table.
Yeah.
They have fucking... I know they have a good... two good fullbacks, because I know one from Atleti went over there. I forgot his fucking name.
Who?
He plays right back.
For Nottingham?
Yeah, he was at Atleti last season. Damn it, I forgot his name. Go to squad. You can probably go up and check
Yeah, the squad.
Oh, Lodi, Renan Lodi, and then you got Felipe. That he also played at Atleti last season. You got that guy from fucking Villarreal.
Oh, this guy too.
Yeah, that guy from Villarreal. You got Jesse
Yeah,
Lynn. You got Lingard.
Jesse Lingard there.
Gibbs White's a fucking dog.
I don't
And
know
then you
who that
got
is.
Mangala. Dude, they got a squad. They got a good fucking squad, dude. And it's the same thing. I feel like they just don't have a good coach to
Yeah.
like take them to there. You know, they threw a fucking coach that, you know, in my opinion, isn't really good. You know,
Yeah, I don't know much about Nottingham Forest, so I can't say too much about them. But hey, I mean, they're definitely fighting relegation. But that race right there for relegation is going to be interesting too. Who's going to get relegated? I, I think Southampton's going to get relegated for
Bournemouth.
sure. You think Bournemouth? Yeah.
If wait, how what's on it? They're 21. Oh, they're all
Look, Bournemouth,
19th
Everton,
through
Leeds. Yeah.
19th through fucking 16th is 3 points.
Yeah, exactly. From
Uh,
Leicester
to down is
to
3 points.
down, it's
Okay.
all. Yep. But I mean, Southampton is like,
Yeah,
eh.
Southampton is already like,
But
but yeah,
Leicester, Wolves, West Ham, Leeds, Everton, and Bournemouth, they're all so close to each other. It's like,
I won't be
who will be joining Southampton? I think Southampton,
Bournemouth. I say Southampton,
Everton,
Bournemouth.
and probably, I don't know, bro. I want to say, yeah, I think the final three, Everton, Bournemouth, and Southampton. I have to say those three. The way it is right now, I think them three are gonna get relegated.
Honestly, I will go the same because I know Everton lost today against Aston Villa.
Actually, I take that back. I can see Leeds getting relegated.
That too.
That would be interesting. Leeds,
It's
Wolves.
between no, it's between. It's interesting. That's the thing. Like it's interesting. You got
Yeah.
Wolves, who's been a great team. Leicester, who won the league not so long ago. Then you have West Ham, who's surprisingly all the way down there, and then you got Leeds, who's again surprised, and
Mhm.
Everton. So I feel like West Ham will stay alive. It's between Wolverhampton, Leeds, and Everton, in my opinion. I feel like Leicester has a good enough squad to go up and stay up, and then Nottingham Forest, if they just keep winning, then they'll be up there. But yeah, surprisingly, you would expect like teams like Brentford or like fucking Fulham or Brighton to be all the way down, or Crystal Palace, and they're like mid-table. That's kind of crazy. That's a fucking win in their season.
That is crazy. But
But let's switch it. Let's switch it
switch over.
to the Champions League. We'll switch the Liverpool. The games that happened this past week were the, my opinion, the best game of the fucking season in Champions League wise was the Madrid and Liverpool game.
Oh god.
That started off shaky for Madrid. I will be honest with you. I sat there and I'm like, yeah, this game is over because I didn't see Madrid being capable enough to make a comeback. But then again, me being a Madrid fan, always have a little slim of faith.
Yeah.
We did, get the W, the little 5-2. So we're going back to Bernabeu and
Man, I was watching that game. I was excited when Liverpool
scored the two.
the first one and then they scored the second one. I was like, ooh.
It's,
I was like, it might
GG's.
stay 2-0, 3-0 Liverpool. Even though I told you I had Madrid winning like 2-1. Like
I did too.
that was shocking like how Liverpool came out and they were playing good the first 15 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They were putting the pressure. They got the two goals.
And
And
then
then
towards the end, that was.
and then
I didn't finish. I didn't watch the game because I was at work, but I know
Yeah.
I kept up with the updates. Was it towards the end of the half where Salah they had that counter attack and Madrid saved it on the line?
Madrid saved it on the line. Nah, it was
Was it that?
Madrid came on the counter attack and the
No,
keeper saved that one.
I
They
remember
almost
Salah
scored that
went. It was on the line. I don't know, but I feel like that goal, if they would have scored that, it would have been GG's for Madrid. Cause
one. Dude, I'm trying to fucking I guess not there, but yeah, dude, that game they were up 2-0 and the next thing you know when Allison makes that mistake of fucking kicking the ball straight at Venny and like it just goes in the fucking goal. I was like, man, are you fucking serious?
you go back to the.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You go back to the what's it called, that final
What the hell?
when what's the guy's name that fucked up against Madrid in the final?
Who?
That plays for Liverpool.
Oh,
Croyce.
Carius
That guy, yeah,
or
whatever his name.
I can't
But
see.
yeah, he fucked up the same way. That's basically the same thing that.
Dude, I was fucking. I was like, man, of course that happens, right? Of course that fool can happen. And then, I mean, Venny's first goal was good, but then the second one,
Yeah, I
when the
mean,
keeper kicked it at him and then it bounces into the net, I was like, okay, 2-2. Now at that point, I know Real Madrid was gonna win because, dude, that was at halftime they're gonna come out. I know they're gonna win because just after all that right there, if I think that was a turning moment. If the keeper didn't kick it right there, and if it wouldn't have went into the half 2-2, I think it would have been a much more closer game.
oh yeah,
But since it was 2-2, I feel like that definitely at halftime gave Madrid the energy. They got the power and the encouragement to think like, guys, second half we can come out here and we can score another 2 to 3 goals on them.
oh yeah.
And that's exactly what they fucking did. They came out, yeah, the first 20 minutes they were down 2-0. They saw at halftime it was 2-2, and then at that point they know they can come out here and win the game now.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the fuck happened.
Yeah, that Alisson mishap was the reason, in my opinion, that where Liverpool just sunk. Because it's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
We were up 2-0, and then in 5 minutes they switched it, and Alisson was the reason for that, I mean, it wasn't just Alisson. I feel like it was defensively, the whole fucking defense just fucked up. So, but yeah, like you said, that gave Madrid confidence, and they came out in the second half, and they was it like 2 minutes into the second half or like
Militao
4?
scores the header.
That fucking header. That guy has a big ass forehead, but fuck, I don't know how that shit didn't hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fucking header, mate.
but yeah, then 3-2, and then next thing you know, on a counter 4-2, and then the counter again by fucking Modric that started it, Vini, and then Vini to fucking Benzema.
Man, that Benzema's second goal was insane.
exactly.
How he just left them right there on the ground, left the
fucking
keeper to
sitting.
dead. And dude, they both had 9 shots. Madrid only had one more shot on target compared to Liverpool,
Exactly.
6-5. Possession, Liverpool had more. Passes that were so fucking even.
I'm saying, like, it was a close game.
It was a close game,
but
but
Madrid just
took their chances.
Exactly.
And Liverpool's defense was left to shit.
exactly.
That's the thing. That's the fucking thing. But they were so even. And that's kind of surprising, especially how shit of a season Liverpool had. But it just goes to show that Real Madrid in the Champions League, I mean, they're so clinical. They take their chances.
Oh yeah,
They
and
take
that's what
their
I always say,
fucking
man.
chances.
I feel like Madrid in the Champions League is a different team, man.
Yeah.
I mean, in the league, you look at them like they played today, and you're like, what the fuck? What happened? Type shit. But, Champions League, it's always, okay, we're just going to sit there and sit back and just watch them cook. But yeah, I feel like that series, in my opinion, is settled.
Yeah,
I don't think
that ties over. Real Madrid are through. I don't think Liverpool.
I don't think
win.
Liverpool can go to Madrid, to the Bernabeu, and score 4 goals. Because, especially the way Madrid defensively is going to get better. But in my opinion, I feel like that one is GG's and it's over, But what do you think? Do you think Liverpool will be able to come back?
No,
No?
I don't see them coming back. I just don't, dude. I mean, Real Madrid at home, different animal. Champions League, different animal.
Yep.
Dude, they can come back. I've seen it over and over again. Real Madrid is not like Barcelona in European football that they just bottle the fucking tie, especially after being up. So I don't see it. I think it's over already. Real Madrid are through.
But we do move on to one that's very interesting. Very interesting still, because
Yeah, PSG versus Bayern.
The 1-0 was it France, right? Or it was in Bayern?
No, it was in France first game. Now they go play in Germany.
Now you're going to Germany, which is hard to go play in Germany because trust me, we lost to Dortmund.
They got no Pavard though. Bayern.
Pavard is not that really good, but yeah, that game I feel like was very even, both going left and right.
It was a good game. I watched that one. Yeah, it was a good game. Bayern definitely in the first half were doing good, all the way up until Mbappe came into the game. Once Mbappe came into the game, PSG was just a different team. They were on the attack. Mbappe scored a goal actually, but was ruled offside only by half a foot of I think. Yeah, he was off like half a foot, or
Damn.
Nuno Mendes was off half a foot. But I remember Nuno Mendes got the ball, crossed it into Mbappe. Mbappe scored it. But yeah, it was Nuno Mendes. He was offside by half a foot. If not, it would have been 1-1. Mbappe came in and just completely changed the fucking game. But second leg is going to be interesting because they're not going to have Neymar. Neymar picked up an injury.
Oh
He's not going to be there.
yeah, I forgot.
Yep. So it's
So
going to be a crazy game. It's going to at that
dang,
point Messi and Mbappe have to step up and try and fucking win the game.
I forgot that Neymar's done for this leg. Fuck.
Yeah, dude, mate twisted his fucking ankle. Like I forgot how
Yeah, it was
like,
fucked.
it folded in
I
half
think
or
he's out
something.
for like a good while. But
Yeah, that he's out. So
but dang, I forgot. So yeah, I mean that Bayern team. First off, it's fucking scary. Very scary. You have Alfonso Davies on the left side. You have João Cancelo on the right side. And then you
hmm
got Upamecano and Delete in the midfield, in the mid center backs. And then you got what? Goretzka, Kimmich,
you got
Sané, Musiala, Coleman, Chupamoting. Oh, dude.
yeah.
Like Bayern, I'm
They
surprised
got
that
Nabry on the bench.
Nabry, like you got that's
You
your
still
bench.
got Thomas Mueller.
Mueller, you got Mueller. You got players on the bench that can change the difference for you.
And the main guy missing, Sadio Mane.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I forgot Sadio Mane is out. He's injured too.
Yep.
So dang. So yeah, that Bayern squad is scary. I feel like
If they get Mane back,
I don't think he'll be back for this leg, but
you don't think so?
maybe
I,
next
I thought
leg.
he was back in training, but
If he comes
was he
back
back in
next leg.
training? I don't know. I thought he was back in training.
But also that PSG team. Like you look at that PSG team, you're like, wow, like shit. Like that team is different. That's different gravy, man.
Yeah, Mane's back in training
Oh,
with
okay, so
Bayern.
yeah,
So
I don't think he'll be a starter, but maybe he'll come off the
nah,
bench the last couple minutes if they need him. I feel like they'll probably keep him resting if for some reason. But yeah, I mean, I feel like, dude, PSG
yeah,
if they don't win, I feel like PSG should just literally fire everybody because, bro, the amount of money they spent as well over the years to build the super team to fucking win the Champions League and you still lose to a team like Madrid.
yeah, and they've gotten close, man. They made it to the
Oh no,
final
yeah, they
against
have,
Bayern, and they lost to Bayern,
and they lost to
and they lost to
City.
Bayern again.
Yeah,
But who do you think is gonna go through, man? The second leg, Bayern Munich, PSG don't got Neymar, so they Mbappe's back. I'm pretty sure he's
I
gonna
feel like
start the whole game. Mbappe is very dangerous, but who do you think is gonna go through?
I feel like Bayern is gonna win. Reason being because Neymar's not there. Messi can't do it all by himself because even Mbappe being there, Mbappe just came back from injury. I don't think Mbappe's the Mbappe we saw before the injury. So I feel like Bayern wins. I feel like it'll be a close one. It'll be 1-1. I'll finish 1-1.
1-1.
2-1 on aggregate. Bayern wins.
Yeah, for me, I see Bayern going through. Like you said, that Neymar injury is gonna be tough. Mbappe, he's good, man. I feel like Mbappe, I can see him scoring a goal. I can see the game ending 2-1 in Bayern's favor. So I say it will probably be 3-1 on aggregate. Bayern Munich go through.
Okay.
I say that for sure. That would be a good one.
I feel like it'll. Honestly, I say low scoring because it will be a close game like the first game.
hmm
But also, I can see it be a high scoring game too,
Yeah,
especially because Mbappe is back if he starts.
yeah. I feel like Mbappe will find a goal. I don't think PSG are gonna create too many chances. Bayern are gonna create more chances, especially being at home. So that's why I can see them scoring 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah,
Um,
but
yeah,
yeah,
3-1.
It
I
goes
see
back to
Bayern.
Neymar, dude.
Yeah.
Neymar's the reason I feel like they lose that one because they don't have him.
If they would have had Neymar, then it would have been a very, very close game.
Like I could have seen this game going to penalties
Yeah,
if it was Neymar on that team.
that
But
would have been crazy.
Neymar not being there is the reason I feel like they're gonna lose because
If
that's
Neymar was there, I could have said PSG 2-1, go to pen, and then at that point, that would have been very, very interesting to see.
exactly. So yeah,
It could still happen, but I
it's gonna
see
be a
it's
very difficult,
hard.
very difficult.
Milan versus Tottenham. Milan, not the same Milan from last season.
Exactly. That team was scary.
You
It's the
know,
same players on the team too, but
not this, yeah, but not the same as last season. But you know, they're facing a Tottenham who haven't won a trophy in 15 fucking years,
yep,
and
they always choke.
Tottenham, they made it to the final against City that one year. That was good for them. I think that was Tottenham's last good year,
Exactly.
and I don't know. I don't really see Tottenham
Was
going
that under
through.
Jose Mourinho when they went to the final?
No, that was
Poche.
Pochettino.
Oh yeah, okay, it was Poche.
Yeah, but 1-0 Milan. They go in. They're gonna play in England now.
Oh,
Who
is
do you
that?
think wins that game?
Oh, now that it's in England, I say 2-0 Tottenham.
Really?
2-0 Tottenham.
Shh.
Because Milan in a way is very very bad this season, and especially if you're going to an English side team, it's the home stadium. I'd be surprised,
Yeah.
even though Milan has a good fucking team, and I love Milan. I'm a Milan fan, but realistically speaking, and I've seen them play this season.
And they got a good team. Rafael Leao, Giroud,
You got
Brahim Diaz,
you got
Theo
Salame,
Hernandez.
yeah, Tonali, Krunic, Salamakers, Kalulu. You got,
Yeah, good
and
players,
then you
man.
got go to the bench. You got the bench. You got Rebic. You got Origi from Liverpool that was there, and
Already.
you got a good young squad. That guy, Charles I don't know his last name. The 90,
They
number
got
90.
the light. I can't even
That
say
guy is
that.
good. Nice
Yeah,
youngster, but I say Tottenham because of just they're playing in England.
just because of the home advantage.
Yeah, I feel like Tottenham is going to use that more to their advantage, and you know.
Hey, no Tottenham.
But I know Milan do get their star
Yeah,
goalkeeper Mike Maignan back, so that'll.
that's the thing about Tottenham. Tottenham, they have their shit games, but then they also can win games. You know, it's 50-50 with
Important
them.
games too,
Yeah.
like they did against City.
Yeah, and against important games, they seem to do pretty good. You know, they can definitely hold their own. They can win, but against other teams, it's like they end up losing.
Yeah,
You know, so this game is definitely going to be good. I I still see Milan going through. To be honest with you,
what's the score though?
I say it'll probably be 1-1,
1-1 Milan.
but yeah, 2-1 on aggregate since Milan is already 1-0 up. So definitely 2-1. Milan goes through for me. Aaron says Tottenham. That's going to be an interesting game
That
to
is going to be
watch.
an interesting game.
Very open game. A lot of these Champions League games are open.
That Dortmund
Dortmund
one,
Chelsea game.
that one's going to be.
They're going to go play in England.
And again, like I said, I feel like Chelsea will win this one
Really?
based on just
Nah.
home advantage.
Nah, no. Yeah, they definitely deserve to score a
'Cause we
goal that game.
Because
I
we
give
go
you
like
that.
this. You look at those shots on target. How many is it? 21.
21 shots, 8 on target.
Imagine that. They just need to finish them. That game, I saw the highlights. That game could have been done in the first half. The whole leg could have been done, but Chelsea didn't score.
Yeah.
So it's like you need at least a striker. Like if you want to bring him from the youth academy, bring him
Hmm.
to just be there. If you have a striker present in the mid in that position, he's gonna bring a lot of presence because they're like, oh, we don't know this kid, but he can score. He's a striker for a reason. Just look at fucking Dortmund. There's two strikers are from their academies. Except not Haller. Haller he came from Ajax, but
Yeah.
the guy that scored the goal actually, where is he at? His name is Adeyemi or something like that. That
Yeah.
guy.
They
He
get
came from the lower tiers.
Man, that's gonna be a good game for me. The way Chelsea have been playing recently, they still need time.
Yep.
I still don't see Chelsea finding their groove just yet, and I don't think they're gonna be able to beat Dortmund. I mean,
So let's put it like this: do you think Chelsea's worrying about the Prem more or the Champions League more? Because if they win the Champions League, they don't have to worry about qualifying in the Prem
yeah.
because they're
Honestly,
automatically in.
if I were Chelsea, I would be focusing on the Prem more.
So based on that, you'll give them.
I would focus on the Prem more, dude, because Champions League, like, I don't know, dude.
And it'll be hard. Let's say they do
They can,
pass.
yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't think this Chelsea team, because they haven't had time to adapt together or build that team chemistry. Even if they beat Dortmund, I can't see them beating,
Any other
winning
team.
the Champions League.
Okay.
You know, I don't
No,
see them doing that. For me, if I was Chelsea, I'm in like what 10th place in the league right
I'm
now.
gonna focus on that.
I would focus on the league, go from 10th place,
So at least get
try
into
all the way to
European yeah.
try and finish 5th. Try and at least get
Yeah.
to Europe League, or if you can't, at least 6th place, 7th place.
So
Try
make yourself
try
look-
it, yeah.
yeah.
You
No, I
know,
agree.
focus on the Prem. You got a lot of games left to play in the Prem. Champions League, it goes by quick, man. You get 2 legs, you win, you through, you're out. You know, I would say focus right now
On the Prem.
on the Premier League. Try and focus on building your team chemistry. It would be interesting if they do go through, but I just don't see
'Cause
them
that's the team.
winning.
If they do go through, they have a good squad to compete with everybody else. But defensively is where they lack.
Yeah, and then strikers they like too.
Yeah.
If they are able to pull a win against Dortmund, then I see them very hard, especially against who they might play against.
And then yeah, like Dortmund has a good backline. You have Sule, who came from Bayern last season. You got that guy Nicolas. I don't know his last name, but he's also good center back.
Schollerback.
And then you got Guerreiro on the left, and you got Wolf on the right.
Yeah.
So they have a good squad. And then I feel like Jude Bellingham is gonna have a good game.
Emre Can
Emre
is good.
Can's like veteran.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there and be like, oh, let's control the game because he's been in games like this. Like, he played at Liverpool. Well, then again, Liverpool didn't play Champions League that time, but he's played at a big stage and
He's been there. He's been there
He's
before.
been at that level. So it's like,
Yeah.
and Sule too. So like, I feel like Dortmund with that, knowing that I feel like they'll be sitting back and parking the bus and doing just counterattacks.
Yeah. I say Dortmund go through. Damn.
I can also finishing at 1-0 too.
Yeah. Probably another 1-0 or
Probably
another 2-0 or 2-1. Maybe Chelsea will score at home.
I feel like they will. I feel like that's why I say Chelsea's gonna win. I feel like
I think another 2-1. I think Dortmund go through 3-1 on aggregate.
3-1. I say 2-1 finished. So it'll be 2-2 on aggregate, and then they'll go to penalties, and Chelsea wins on penalties.
Chelsea wins.
Yeah, because Chelsea has some cold killer penalty takers.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. The other one, Benfica. I think Benfica's got that wrapped up against
Club
Brugge.
from
I don't know.
Belgium.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really watch the highlights. Didn't really watch the game, but looking at the stats, Benfica 14 shots to 4, 4 shots on target to 1. They had more possession, more passing.
Yeah,
2-0 up,
I feel like it'll be
and they're gonna go play at home. I think.
in the Estadio de Luz.
Yeah, I think
feel like
Benfica got that game.
maybe like 1-0 or 2. It'll probably finish 2-0
Yeah,
again too.
shit. That Benfica are through. We already said the Real Madrid game is through.
The Frankfurt game.
Napoli versus Frankfurt. Napoli 2-0, and they're gonna go play at home because they played in Germany. And
Oh, they did play in... Okay, yeah. Never mind. I got Napoli winning. I was going to say,
Yeah.
I had Frankfurt going through on penalties,
No.
but I forgot they put in Germany.
yeah, they're gonna go play in Italy next.
Yeah.
They're already 2 up.
Napoli's just
Victor,
scary.
Victor. How do you say? it?
Osimhen.
Osimhen,
And then
absolutely on fire this season.
fucking beautiful of a striker. That man,
I can see him
Different-
scoring
different
another
gravy.
1 goal, 2 goals in Napoli.
Maybe even a hat trick.
Yeah, maybe a hat trick.
He scored today, so I feel like
He's
will.
definitely gonna score a goal.
Yeah.
I say Napoli win 3-0, 5-0 on aggregate against Frankfurt.
I say Napoli 2-0, 2-2, 4-2 on aggregate.
4-2 on aggregate. Okay. But yeah, that 18 shots to 5, 10 shots on target to 1, 70% possession,
Yeah, Frankfurt has a good team.
700 to 200. Dude, nah.
And that's the thing. Frankfurt has a good team too, but yeah,
Napoli
I'm going a little like
different this game. Holy shit. I haven't seen that many passes. Like, look at that difference. Holy crap.
no, yeah.
And
No,
they're
you gotta watch Napoli more. Watch Napoli more
Yeah,
playing.
dude.
They're fucking ballers.
That is crazy. Another good game.
City Leipzig. Yep.
1-1.
Should've been
Tie is
2-1.
very open.
Should have been 2-1. I saw that handball that you said.
Yeah.
That was I
That-
don't know how that wasn't a penalty in my opinion, but That was a penalty. It should
That
have
was a
been
handball.
2-1,
Hmm.
City up, and going back to what City? They're going back to
Yeah, back to England.
yeah. So I feel like I don't know.
I saw Leipzig today. The last 15 minutes, they won today to keep second place or tied with Dortmund in first and second place. And the last 15 minutes, Leipzig were, dude,
They're ballers.
they possession they didn't like they played against Frankfurt and they didn't let Frankfurt get the ball those last 15 minutes at all. Like they were
Yeah,
just passing around. They could have scored 3 goals, 4 goals. Andre Silva with the header, the keeper blocked it. What's that guy's name? Lamar. Let me see right here.
Dani Olmo.
No, no. Dang, what did he even play this game? Oh, this guy.
Oh,
How do you say it?
Limer.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
dude. So there was Gonku passed the through ball to Limer, and Limer was 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he fucking shot it wide. If not, it would have been 3-1
Dang.
today for Leipzig. Dude, Leipzig
They're different
were
ballers.
just balling 1-1. Like even the second half, Leipzig could have scored 2 goals. They could have won 2-1, and it's a very close game against two very good teams.
Yeah.
Leipzig second place right now, tied with Dortmund in the Bundesliga, and then you got City in second place. Just 2 points behind Arsenal. Trying to keep up. So two teams that are doing really good in their representative leagues. Two teams that have ballers. Very open game. They're gonna go play in England. If did KDB didn't play. Is he injured or why didn't KDB?
I don't know. I think he's injured.
Huh. Well, if he is injured, if KDB isn't playing, I can see Leipzig going through. If KDB plays, then I can see Man City going through. Because KDB to me, him with Haaland, they connect so well. I feel like that Haaland has gotten most of his goal through KDB
Yep.
this season. Without KDB, Haaland isn't scoring.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you on that.
So if KDB plays, I can definitely see Man City going through. If KDB doesn't play, then I give Leipzig a chance. That's gonna be a good game.
Honestly, yeah, it's too hard to call. Honestly.
It's very hard, dude.
I honestly I wouldn't be able to give you a prediction because I feel like you said that game itself is, even though it's, you like look at it and you're like, oh, that game is shit. Like defensively, tactically, if you see him, that game is hard. Like you got Leipzig, who's very good on a counterattack. Also, City is also very good on counterattacks. They're both good defensively. Keeper, they have good keepers in their back, and the striker that can finish on both sides. So it's like, and then you got players like Nkunku who could change the game and like KDB who can change the game in a minute.
Exactly.
So it's like it's hard to call because it's like, if like you said, if KDB plays, then City goes in. If he doesn't play, then you give Leipzig a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't say they would win, but you'll give them a shot.
It's gonna be a really good game, really really good game. I think because of the experience and because they're playing at home, I might have to give it a City. Although I would like to see Leipzig because they got a good team. I think experience wins it, and they're at home. I have to give it to City. I can't give you a scoreline prediction. That's too hard to call, but I can see City going through.
I could see it going to penalties too. So I could see City winning or Leipzig winning, but I say it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
I think City goes, just based on, like you said, striker wise. Like they got so many weapons midfield wise that can change the game too. You got Foden on the bench, but then again, you got a great fucking young team in Leipzig that, if you actually have watched them play, they are very good. So I feel like City goes through on that one. Scoreline, I don't know. It could be
it's very hard.
It could be 1-0. It can be 1-2-1 or whatever. It's gonna be hard, or it can go to penalties.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then we got Inter versus Porto.
The last game, Inter Milan was able to find a winner. Lukaku finally scored a goal after his World Cup performance.
Exactly.
But he finally scored a goal. But in the 86th minute,
that game was kind of boring too.
I didn't even see both teams.
They had chances. They both had chances, but I feel like that game also, like, I mean, Porto can win too.
They go play in Porto now. Go play in Portugal.
No.
Yeah, they played at Inter first.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're on different days. I was like, they can't because Milan plays. But no, yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah. So
I
that's
say Inter 1-0.
Inter. Yeah, the way Inter, I think they Inter won already a trophy this season.
No, they haven't. They won.
They did
Oh, I think it was the Supercopa.
of Italy or something. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
the name of the competition,
yeah.
but
They
it's
beat
like a
Milan.
domestic cup,
Yeah,
and Inter won. So I can see Inter winning that game.
I say 1-0. Inter.
I say 2-1 Inter.
3-1 and aggregate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I'm giving a lot of 2-1 score lines here, man. I mean,
Hey man, who would have thought?
but yeah,
I mean, like we're going realistically. We're not going like Real Madrid and
yeah,
fucking Liverpool.
that's true.
We both said what was it gonna be 1-1 or 2-1 or something 2-2. No, we didn't
Yeah.
even say 2-2.
I
We
said
said
2-1.
2-1.
I said
Yeah,
2-1 Madrid. I mean, but if you really look at it, I mean, all the games were really close games. I mean,
except for
1-1,
one.
1-0,
Yeah,
except for the Liverpool game in Real Madrid, but 1-1, 1-0, 1-0. Like it's
yeah.
a lot of
Majority of them
a
were
lot of
one.
teams still got a chance, except for Liverpool. But a lot of teams still got
Yeah, like even
a
the
fighting
2-0
chance.
one. I feel
Yeah.
like that one, the Napoli, Frankfurt, that one's
Yeah,
gonna be a
that's
good.
open, but I can
But
see
if Napoli
Napoli.
scores
Yeah,
quick, then yeah, it's done.
but very, very close games. I'm looking forward to it this week on who's gonna end up winning. But yeah, man, that's crazy right there. If only Barcelona was playing Champions League, but
But
they're playing Europa League.
let's get to that. I feel like
Lost against Man United. Um,
the reason, or
let's
let's say this, it wasn't a bad game. Both legs. Let's start off with that.
it was a great
It
game.
was both great
It
games.
was a
Oh,
great game.
Barca and United were both games, good games. And then I just feel like Madrid over here. Manchester United had the bench to win that game.
Yeah,
That's the reason why, in my opinion, United won. If Barca had a good bench, they would have won that game easily. Let's even put it like this: if Barca still had Depay, they would have won that game. You would have brought someone up to help Lewandowski up front.
Lewandowski does need help.
Exactly.
And
No offense to Ansu or Ferran,
dude,
but Lewandowski needs someone up there. Like
man,
yeah, Rafinha, and even I said this in the first leg. I said Xavi taking out Rafinha was the biggest mistake he made that leg, and it cost him. Because if Rafinha would have stayed in that game in Barca, they would. I promise you, Barca would have scored more. It would have been Barca up coming back to Camp Nou.
they could have won 3-2 at Barca, and then they would have been up 1 goal here.
Exactly.
It's
It's
it was a really good game, a really, really good game. The game of Camp Nou, it was back and forth,
Yep.
back and forth. Both teams, it seemed like they had so much space to run on the field.
Yep.
Whatever team had the ball, it's so much space, dude. Like both teams, it was going back and forth, man. Chance left and right, and it was a very, very good game. I didn't really get to watch the second game too much like the first leg because I was working. So I didn't really get to see how Barca really, really played. But the game of Camp Nou, Barcelona were doing good, man. They were doing good. Barcelona things always keeping possession. They're gonna have majority of the possession. But the thing about Barcelona is they don't really seem to do too much with the possession. They hold the ball. They're Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres. Ansu Fati was good, and then he got injured. Ever since he came back from his knee injury, he just hasn't been the same.
exactly.
And it's sad to see because when he was first coming up, that kid was scoring goals. He was dribbling past people. He was finding the goals for himself.
Yep.
But now it's like this kid lost all his confidence. He hasn't been the same Ansu Fati since his knee injury.
Yeah.
And it sucks to see because Xavi keeps giving him chances and chances and chances, and he just hasn't been able to find the goal. He hasn't been able to find that top level again. Same thing with Ferran Torres. Like Ferran Torres, he had a good game over the weekend, but Ferran Torres, that was like one of his only good games for Barcelona. Those two players are not Barcelona level. They're not.
Yep, especially look, man, Ferran. That's why he didn't play at City because he wasn't that good. But Pep Guardiola kept him around because he was Spanish. So that's that.
Yeah, and that's where I was, and we were talking this week, and I was telling you that one thing I feel like Barcelona's problem is that they want to be such a natural born Spanish team. You know, they want to mostly have Spanish players on their team, and they always choose them as starters, which is, I think, is what's killing them because they still feel like they're like the Barcelona from the past. They're trying to keep that legacy. Like, yeah, in the past, you had great Spanish players for Barcelona. You had Iniesta, Xavi, David Villa, Victor Valdés, Puyol,
Puyol.
Piqué.
Mm.
These players, natural born Spanish players who were good in their prime, and they were doing really good things for Barcelona. And that's their problem. They want to keep being that way when it's not like that no more.
Yeah.
A lot of teams have so much diversity in them. Like, look at Real Madrid. Like, I think one game that Real Madrid played, none of them were Spanish.
Yeah.
It was like from all over the place, you know?
Yeah, at least today we only had one Spanish player on there. It was
Yeah.
Carvajal, yeah.
And you know, some people like that, some people don't. You know, but to me, it's a good thing. Yeah, cool. Keep that tradition. You know, Barcelona is a Spaniard team, whatever. But it comes a point where it's like, dude, if there's another player on the bench, or if there's another player who is better than that Spanish player right now, pick him, start him. There was a time where they weren't playing Frankie De Jong. They kept playing Pedri, Gavi, and Busquets. Like, no, bro. And then finally they kept losing, and there was so much criticism that finally Xavi started playing Frankie De Jong more.
It's not even that Pedri and Gavi got injured. That's why. Well, not.
But Frankie De Jong has been a starter now for months.
And
But
that's
at
what I'm
first
saying.
he wasn't. Like, they were trying to get rid of him, but
I
he
mean,
stayed, and look at him now. He's balling. Give
exactly.
him a chance, bro.
But they don't. They don't want to do that. Like you said, they want to play with Spanish players, which is totally fine. That's nothing wrong with that. But like at the same time,
But look now, dude.
you got like for example the lineup they put against Man United this weekend. They had Sergio Roberto playing as a fucking winger, left striker, some bullshit.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
Like why? Like why would you play him? You have Ansu on the bench. You got Ferran. Play him.
Yeah.
Play one of them.
See, and that's the thing. None of those players are good. They're not Barcelona level. And guess what? They're all Spaniard.
Exactly. And the thing
And
is,
they still play them. Like,
I don't necessarily. I wouldn't say they're bad. I feel like I would rather prefer that because Sergio Roberto doesn't do shit. Let's be honest. He had a goal that he should have scored, but he tried to pass it to Lewandowski.
yeah, I was so mad.
Like
I was so mad.
Like what are you doing? Like that's not even his position. He's a right back.
Exactly.
Like what are you doing? Like that's the thing. I feel like Xavi wants to play the way he used to play when he was at Barca, which is okay, cool, go for it. But at the same time, you don't.
But and the problem with Barca is that they've been playing like that for years, and they still think that there's a way. I give them credit though, because Barcelona, the players that they got this season, has made them a better team, right? It's made them a little bit more of a dangerous team, but they're still missing world class players on that team. Barcelona still need to get rid of some of the players that they got, and they need to try and bring in world class players. Ever since MSN, ever since 2015 when they won that treble, after that Neymar left, Iniesta left, Xavi retired. The midfield was already lacking because Xavi and Iniesta left.
Yeah.
Neymar left, so now you don't have
A left winger.
another player like Messi who can dribble past players. So Messi doesn't have to carry the team or be the main one to try and create chances, right?
Yeah.
Neymar left. What they do, went out and got Dembele for a shit ton of money, which Dembele now, yeah, he's a good player, but when he first got to Barca, he was injured.
Every fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's basically like Hazard now.
He was no good.
It's like what Hazard is going through.
And then they go out and they buy Coutinho, a shit ton of money. And with all that money they spent on Dembele and Coutinho, at that time I feel like Barcelona should have focused on getting better defenders. Because Barcelona rocked with the same defense with Piqué, Lenglet, Umtiti, Jordi Alba, Sergio Roberto. Mascherano wasn't there after 15, but
okay.
remember they got also they had Dest, they had Emerson Royale at Tottenham, that right back. They remember they had him for some time. He didn't work out. Dude, Barca's defense has always been shit. They've always had the same shit players, and it's finally this season where They have Araujo, Kunde, Christensen, and Balde. They finally have a good defense.
Yeah.
They finally got able to get good midfielders, but now their strikers and their wingers are
What's
where
lacking?
it's lacking. And honestly, their wingers have always been lacking. Ever since Neymar left,
Who's
we haven't had a good winger. I remember they bought Malcolm.
Yeah, and then they
He didn't
fucking
work out.
sold him. Yeah.
Depay benched the whole time.
Which, in my opinion, he should have been starting, but
Aubameyang was there. He was pretty
he was
good.
balling at
Yeah,
Barca.
he was balling there. Luke De Jong, he was a bench player,
But
but he would find the
he
goals.
would score when he needed to. Yeah.
But Barcelona's ever since Neymar and then sadly Messi leaving, ever since them two left and then Suarez leaving, their forward line, they haven't been able to find a good forward line.
Yeah.
Lewandowski's good, but he's only good against La Liga teams. Same thing when he was at Bayern. He would do good, but in the Bundesliga. When it would come down to Champions League, yeah, in Champions League, some games he was doing good, but majority of the times he didn't really score against big teams in the Champions League for Bayern Munich either.
Yeah.
And he's not going to do that now with Barcelona because he's older. So
That is true.
I think Lewandowski now is more of a league type player. He can get you the goals in the league. He can be the top goal scorer in the league, but against tough teams that have really, really good, tough defenders, he's going to get pocketed
Yep.
the whole game.
That's what Lisandro.
Unless he has help. And he did have help at Bayern because look at the wingers Bayern have.
You have Thomas Mueller to drop it off to you.
Nabry, Coleman, fast people, Alfonso David, different than what Barcelona have, obviously.
Yeah.
So you see now Rob is struggling, with this Barcelona team because he just doesn't really have that support.
No,
so
yeah. I've said that from the get-go. I said Lewandowski is only great when he's in the fucking leagues. But apart from that, it was poor. In my opinion, I said from the get-go, I said they should have started at least Ferran or Ansu to at least give some more attention get away more attention from Lewandowski, so it could be Rafinha on the right, and then you got Ansu or Ferran on the left. Okay, they can center the ball in, so Lewandowski doesn't have to come out as much. Because at one point, Lewandowski was going all the way to midfield to receive the ball.
Yeah.
So it's like that alone should show you that he doesn't have enough support to go up there. Now, I said this from the get-go, and I always said this before. I hate Barca, but Barca's defense is probably one of the best defense in all of Europe.
Facts. Finally.
At this moment, right now.
It took him so long to finally get a good defense.
You have a great left back, and then we go back to the whole thing. Balde came from the second
La Masia.
La Masia. He came from La Masia. That's a good pickup, Balde. You wouldn't expect it. Okay. And then you got Christensen, who you bought.
He was free.
He was free, and he was good. And you got Araujo, who I also think came from La Masia, and a big baller. If I could see Araujo at Madrid, I would love to see Araujo at Madrid, but it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But he's a great fucking defender. And then you got Conde, who's also one of the best defenders when he was at Sevilla.
The thing about him is he's been playing right back this season.
That's not his position.
He should be center back next to Araujo.
Exactly. It should be Araujo, Conde, and then you could switch Balde to the right or Jordi Alba to the right and play. Or go get a fucking, you just got Julian Araujo from LA Galaxy. Yeah. He plays right back. Go give him that chance.
I haven't seen him play, honestly. I was surprised when they announced him. So I don't know how he is. But if he is good, I still think Barcelona, even though they got that right back, they should, if it was for me, Christensen is good, but I would start Koundé, Araujo, put Christensen on the bench because now we know we got a good center back coming off the bench if we need him.
Exactly, if you need him.
We got that guy from LA Galaxy. He I don't know how he is, but if he's good, he can still be on the bench, and I would go for a world-class right back.
Or let's put it like this: they play an Almeria team tomorrow that is not that good. Give the Araujo guy a shot. See how he plays.
I thought he had to wait till the end of the season to play. I don't know, but hey, if he's there already,
I don't know if he could play. He could play. If not, then I don't know.
I don't think so. Let me see real quick on Barca's thing because they put.
But I feel like that should be there. And then the midfield, you got De Jong, Busquets, who in my opinion should be done, and then you got Kessie. Apart from Busquets, and you put Pedri in there, if you put Kessie as the center defensive mid, Frankie De Jong, and then Pedri, that's a fucking great midfield. Kessie could still play. Kessie is a baller. At Milan, he was a baller. So I know he could play. And then you got De Jong, who's fucking great also. And then you got Pedri, who's going to be one of the best midfielders. He's already probably one of the best midfielders in the world at his age. Like, come on now.
Man, it sucks because if we would have had Pedri, we wouldn't have even played Sergio Roberto,
Exactly.
and it would have been different. It would probably.
It would have been.
Man United still got a squad. Don't get me wrong.
But yeah, I feel like it would have been. More,
I feel like it would have been like the first leg.
Yeah.
Where it was like back and forth. They were even. They would score. Barca would score. Like
yeah, the first half Barca dominated. That was Barca's fucking half. And the second half is where they fucked up. That goal they got scored on early from Fred, and then fucking the other one that basically killed the game. So it's like, I feel like Barca has a good squad, but they just don't know how to use it. Or matter of fact, Xavi doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah, it's Xavi.
Because if I was in his position, I would at least put like Fati in there just to give some help more for Lewandowski. Because, if you have Rafinha, that man can dribble as well through the fucking defense and take everybody on. Same thing as Ansu Fati. Because you really think Sergio Roberto's going to fucking do some fucking Neymar or Vinny or some fucking even Rafinha shit? No. Come on now. But then again, it is what it is. Barca lost. I'm happy they lost. But
Man United has been absolutely on the come up. All credits to them. They've been a good team.
This is the only good thing that fucking the Glazers, their fucking owners, have done is getting that Ten Hagen.
Yeah, he's actually turned his team around, and they're close in their league title. They just beat Barcelona. They're playing Real Sociedad, who I think they're gonna beat Real Sociedad.
No, they're not playing Real Sociedad.
They're not.
Roma's playing Real Sociedad.
Oh, they're playing. Oh, Betis. My bad. They're playing Real Betis, which Man United is gonna win that.
Yeah, but you can also Betis is also a very good team. So
true, but the way Man United's been playing, I don't see Man United losing.
And that's the thing. We go back to the same thing with United. Why do you have White Horse? What the fuck is he doing up there? He's hasn't done shit this whole season. Like, what is going on with this guy?
So hasn't done anything at all. But I mean, Ten Hag keeps playing him, so he must do something right.
Maybe look, and we go back to the same thing like I just said about Xavi. Ten Hag, maybe White Horse is not playing good or performing, but he knows him being up there at least takes some presence off, so the likes of Sancho or Bruno or Rashford can get behind him.
Especially Weghorst being so fucking tall.
Exactly, and winning headers and all. That's what I feel like. Okay, now I understand Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's doing. And that's what Barca should do, what Xavi should do at Barca. Put in Ferran or put in Ansu so you could take at least some pressure off of Lewandowski, so him not getting marked up, locked down like he did against United, I mean.
Yeah, see, now that's just crazy how they even started Sergio Roberto as a left wing. He's not a left wing, Xavi.
And then he got subbed out like how long? Like,
dude.
I don't know. He got subbed out late.
I don't know, bro.
But I'm just saying, like, man, this.
And then they take out Araujo to put in Marcos Alonso. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Like, if you're gonna take out, at least put like, I don't know.
And then they take out Rafinha to put in.
I didn't even know they took out fucking Araujo. That man could have been your fucking center.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. These subs are stupid. I would have started Fati. I would haven't even taken Rafinha out. If Fati was doing bad or Rafinha was doing out, then okay, make the sub for one of those two for Ferran.
Exactly.
Midfield, if one of them is tired and Kessie was tired towards the end, okay, then maybe I would put a Sergio Roberto towards the end in the midfield, but not on the left wing, And then I wouldn't even touch our defense.
Yeah.
At all. But Xavi showing once again when it comes down to big European games, he makes some dumb mistakes. Because even the first leg, he didn't even start Balde or Christensen. He started with Jordi Alba and Marcos Alonso. Which, okay, Marcos Alonso scored, but...
What? I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know he started Alonso at center back.
Yeah, dude.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
That's why I texted the group chat before they were going to win. I was like, rest in peace to Barca's defense today because they picked Jordi Alba...
Like Jordi Alba,
Marcos Alonso, Araujo, and Koundé. That was the defense.
I could slide with Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba's still a good player, but
But
Alonso,
Xavi's stupid
what?
because the first game, and then you come around the second leg and you put now Balde and Christensen in when they should have started the first leg as well.
Mate, if they would have had that defense, the one they had this time back at Barca,
Yeah,
they would have gone scored 2 goals.
probably not. They probably wouldn't. It probably wouldn't have been 2-2. Barcelona probably would have won at home, which they should have won at home. But
Exactly.
there you go, Xavi again, starting Jordi Alba and someone else, and I don't get it, dude. Honestly, now Jordi Alba, I get it. Maybe Xavi's like experience from Jordi Alba, but dude, Balde had one hell of a game at Man United. He had one. He was the one that soft pen, but that man was running it, bro.
Oh yeah, he fucking kept
Running it
until what's his name came in. Then yeah, but yeah, before the first half,
until Anthony came in, and then
yeah,
he had a little trouble
staying,
defense with
yeah,
Anthony, but still. When the Anthony wasn't there, Balde was just absolutely running up and down this side. And
exactly,
honestly, who cares about the experience? Balde has already proven to us that he can start against big teams.
exactly.
I mean, he did it against Real Madrid. He did it against Man United here, and it's like
He's good.
this guy, like, fuck the experience with Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba's a good player, but leave
He's
him on
not.
the bench.
He's not the Jordi Alba of old, where he used to be fucking
Yeah,
quick and everything. Yeah,
like start Balde, man. Like honestly, Xavi doing some dumb mistakes, but all credit to Man United because they've been on the
yeah.
come up. They've won like what 20 something consecutive games already. They're on a fucking win streak.
Something like that.
You
Some shit
know?
like that. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that one. It was a coach for United and Casemiro.
Yeah.
Casemiro winning that was
But they're through. Good job, Man United. Another one that's through. Juventus won 3-0. Angel Di Maria with the fucking
banger.
hat trick.
What a fucking banger.
Wow.
What a banger it
The
was.
fuck. Yeah.
It was a banger of a goal. You know,
That first one was a banger of a goal.
he got a hat trick. So yeah, but yeah, it was a banger of a goal, and I feel like Juventus is through to that one.
Yeah, Juventus. I mean, yeah, they're through anyways. They won fucking. What was it?
And when Juventus won 3-0. So yeah, but
Yeah.
I know there's other fixtures, or they already drew for that one. They drew the next ties for the Europa League.
Hmm.
And let me pull these up real quick.
Don't know why I'm having some Wi-Fi problems.
But I know one of them is the great Roma versus
Real Sociedad.
that one's gonna be a great game, very great game. And then we also got Sporting Arsenal.
That's
Which-
gonna be a good game.
Yeah, and then we got Juventus versus Freiburg, who Freiburg is a good team, a German team.
Mm-hmm.
Sevilla, Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce is good.
Fenerbahce.
And then you got Leverkusen. I don't know who they play, but Xabi Alonso is doing wonders with that team. And United versus Betis. That one. I feel like that one's going to be a good one because Betis can turn the game as well. They have good players on that team. And then Shakhtar Donetsk versus Feyenoord. Feyenoord, I feel like we'll win that one, but I see it being a United Arsenal final.
United versus Arsenal.
The final.
Dang. I don't know. Honestly,
The only team that can maybe stop that is Juventus and Real Sociedad, in my opinion.
I can see a Juventus. The semis, I can see Juve, Man United.
Yeah.
Juventus, Man
Even
United.
Roma. Roma is also fucking good. Joe Mourinho's doing wonders over there.
I can see a Sevilla as well in there because Sevilla is just Sevilla.
Yeah, they're the champions of Europe.
They're always
they're Europa like fucking.
Yeah. When it comes down to Europa League, Sevilla are like some fucking mon. They're like Real Madrid.
Yeah,
like,
they're like
they
Real
can
Madrid.
play bad, but when it comes down to Europa League, they
They're
fucking
different.
win the games.
Yeah. And they Tecatitos coming
And
back.
then
So.
I can see an Arsenal or a Roma, one of those for sure. It's gonna be interesting though.
That's a very good tie as well. That Europa League is also very good.
It's definitely gonna be good for the Europa, even though don't really watch too much of it. I was watching it because of Barca, but now I can't since they're fucking out. But yeah, Europa League, Champions League. Can't wait this week to see see the games, especially Champions League, to see who goes through. And then great season though. This season has been all over the place. I mean, every league has Premier League, Bundesliga. Those two leagues right now are very open. The Italian league, Napoli got that in the bag. La
Yeah.
Liga, Barcelona, I feel like they got that in the bag as well, especially now that they don't got to focus on European competition. They're only going to focus on the league. So I'm pretty sure Barcelona got that in the bag. Don't know how the Portuguese league is doing, but
I think that one is
all
close.
credits to them. PSG, don't think they might win the league because they've been pretty bad recently. And yeah, man, it's just a lot of games. We covered, I think, pretty much all of it, to be honest. Anything else you got in mind? Anything else you got to say about the games coming up?
No, no games, but I know we also said we were talking about boxing and UFC. Couple
Oh, yeah.
big boxing matches that are coming up in the couple next 2 months. In March, there's a big fight between Caleb Plant and David Benavides.
Good fight.
Great fight. That one's gonna be a fucking banger of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
That one's gonna define who's gonna fight
Canelo.
Canelo. So I feel like that one's gonna be a good one. Another one is also finally the fight that I've been waiting for a long time.
A
Is
lot of people been waiting for this fight.
Tank versus Ryan Garcia.
Yes,
That
sir.
one is gonna be a fucking banger, mate. It's gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
But I say Tank wins in round 8 knockout. I'm already predicting it right now.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll give you the winner. I'll say Tank. I just don't know what round, but I can definitely see Tank winning by knockout for sure.
yeah,
I gotta give it a Tank, and we'll talk more about it as the time gets closer. But
yeah.
for right now, it's gonna be a good fight, and I got Tank
Yeah,
winning that.
Tank is my number one. But
Yeah, crazy.
a close fight that is happening is next Saturday is going to be John Jones' return versus the Frenchman Cyril Gain. I think that's his name. But it's exciting.
Aren't
John
they
Jones.
fighting in Atlanta?
No, I think they're fighting in Vegas. I don't know.
Oh, I thought they were fighting here.
But that's going to be a good one. I would love to see that. If I can, I'll probably get it. It's going to be the John Jones return. So haven't seen that guy fight in like over 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's a good one. Another one I'm looking forward to is
Oh, the Adesanya Pereira
Adesanya
fight.
Pereira
Like
fight
the
number
rematch.
2. That one's gonna be good.
Yeah, it was gonna be a great one too. And then I know Connor is gonna fight sometime because he's doing the Ultimate Fighter. It's like
Yeah, his last time doing Ultimate Fighter.
yeah, with this guy named Michael Chandler. So
Dude, Michael
yeah,
Chandler's a dog.
yeah, it's gonna be a good fight. So I think it's gonna be 288. That one's coming in.
Yeah.
That, but I don't know. It's gonna be a good fight. There's 4 fights, main events.
Yeah,
Before that.
Mike, dude, that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Um, a good fight that just happened: Islam versus Volkanovski.
Oh yeah, that one
What a
was.
fight! I saw that. It was so even. I
So
would love to see a rematch
a lot of people
between both of
said
them.
a lot of people said it was a draw. It should have been a draw, or Volkanovski should have won. I
To
didn't
me,
watch it.
it should have been a draw. I don't think either one deserved to win, to be honest with you. But since they did give it to someone, Islam,
Mm.
okay, I'll give it to Islam too, but barely anything. But to me, it should have been a draw.
Yeah.
And I feel like they should definitely run it back again, and they need to fight it out again. But I don't think it's gonna happen, not yet at least. But it was a great fight, man. Great fight.
Very great.
Volk proving people that height and size isn't really too much of a factor. And honestly, I'm surprised because Islam, you know how them Russians are. Islam's camp or Khabib's camp, they got really good wrestling, really good ground game, and for Volk being shorter than Islam, for him to even get out of Islam's ground game and stuff, and having great ground game defense and stuff. That was very, very surprising to me. Volk is a dog, man, and Islam also showing that he has good striking skills as well. These two guys are dogs, man.
Yeah.
I can see them being on top for a while. Um, it was a great fight though. So yeah, a lot of good fights coming up too.
Like,
Can't wait to fucking watch them, dude.
yeah, it's gonna be good.
I know Charles Oliveira's fighting too, and he's fighting I forgot who, but
I don't know.
he's fighting this one guy who's been making his way up, and he's undefeated right now. So they're gonna fight it out, and I think whoever wins out of those two is gonna get a chance to fight Islam again. So Oliveira, if he beats this guy, he can
Maybe have a
get that
shot.
rematch against
Islam.
Islam. But yeah, that's gonna be a hard fight. You know, I like Charles Oliveira. He's a good fighter. I also like Adesanya. There's a lot of guys that I like. I don't think I have a favorite fighter when it
Hmm.
comes down to UFC or boxing, but I really do enjoy keeping up with a lot of the guys because a lot of them are very fucking savages. You know,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. I just don't got a favorite fighter, but yeah, some good fights coming up for sure, for sure. Got to catch those, and we'll definitely talk about them,
As the time comes. But
and
yeah.
and hopefully in the future, able to get a camera, probably start live streaming some of the football games, some
Yeah.
of the UFC fight nights, and be live on YouTube or something like that, and just kind of get a little community going where we can all talk about sports and everyone can give opinions and stuff like that about what's going on. And I think it'll be pretty cool, pretty exciting. I like to see other YouTubers who do that. So
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. Why not give it a shot? Why not, we get into this, we try and do it, especially since, we're two guys who really like sports, who've been wanting to do podcasts and all that. So
And we have good points as well.
yeah,
Like we're not like, so we're not biased. We're more like understanding of what we know about football, and we recognize when one team is doing better, when one team
yeah,
has good players and all that stuff. We're not like gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, fuck Barca, or like shit like that. Like I'll respect when if Barca played a good game, and yeah,
yeah.
we'll move it.
And that's in any sport.
Suck your
We're
pride up.
we're definitely humble, and like I said, we give credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Whether we want to or not. But you know, at the end of the day, like I said when the episode first started, all this is very opinion based. Sports is very opinion based. Everyone has their own perspective. Everyone can argue about different points and bring up different things, but hopefully, we're not, you know, don't don't take what we say too serious because like, at the end of the day, it is our opinion. And this is how we see it. But
And
yeah,
some of y'all may find it.
some of it y'all may
You
agree.
yeah, you
Yeah,
may feel like the same. You're like, oh, maybe Xavi should have done this, or Ancelotti should have done this, or Bayern should
yeah.
have won. Yeah, everybody has their own opinion. If you agree with us, you agree with us. If you don't, you
And
don't.
I fuck with y'all if y'all do agree with us, but
Yeah.
because we try and come from a very neutral standpoint.
An open-minded
Yeah,
standpoint as well. Like we're
'cause
not gonna sit here and be like,
yeah,
oh, bash everybody. But
nah,
yeah, no, I feel like that we're gonna be like that. If you guys want us to talk about more than just La Liga or Premier League, or like if you want us like send us some shit that from Argentina or from a different
yeah, yeah.
area of football.
South America
Yeah,
or
or like
or Africa or
anything.
anything,
Just send it. We'll do our research. We'll make sure we know what's going on. I personally, I don't know about my bro over here, but I personally I like to watch a lot of different football from other countries and other leagues. So like I'm very in tune with the
Hmm.
Argentinian league, and like uh, I don't know if you heard of Wrexham FC. They're a fourth division tier team that you should. There are things on Hulu you should watch it. It's like Ryan Reynolds and Rob McAnally, I think his name is his last name. That they bought the team and
Oh yeah, I know that Ryan Reynolds bought that team. And,
yeah. So
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
there's a Hulu show on them, and
Oh shit.
then
Okay.
I think they're first in their league to get promoted to the third division in England.
Yeah, they're doing good.
So like
Definitely.
stuff like that. Like I personally, that's what I like to do. I'm very into sports, mainly soccer, and I mean I'm into every sport.
It's football, mate.
I mean,
Football.
oh, it's all right. Footy.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
We're more into
Football, soccer. Yeah, we live in America. That's we grew up calling it that,
Yeah,
but
but you'll probably
we
hear
like
us,
to call it football though.
or we'll call it footy.
Yeah,
Majority
mostly
of the time,
footy.
yeah, we like footy.
Soccer might slip out of my mouth here and
Yeah.
there. Don't kill me, all right, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's football,
Yeah,
but
we'll say footy majority of the time.
yeah,
So,
definitely
yeah.
footy.
But yeah, if you guys want us to look into some other things or
Yep.
react to some
Other sports or
exactly, just
you
let
know,
us know. We're more than welcome to open our taste buds to
No
different
American
teams.
football for me, please. I don't like
No,
that sport.
no
No
NFL,
NFL, no.
no college,
I'll do
nothing.
basketball. I like basketball, but I don't know. Hey, if y'all want to do football, my boy right here, Aaron, he can talk a lot about it. There might be special guests that we have on here too, who definitely watch other sports other
Yeah.
than footy, so they'd be able to talk more about it than me. But for
Yeah.
sure, we can like he said, let us know what sports you want us to react to, something new teams, new players, whatever sport it is. If they're a savage, they're a savage, and I would definitely want to see people's highlights if they're that guy.
Yeah,
So
and also this is our sports one. We're also gonna be doing something more like what do you like would say like more in tune with like people like instead of we're not gonna talk about sports basically. That's what I'm
like the
trying to say.
other
Yeah, we're
podcast.
gonna have
Oh
another.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
gonna have another podcast
yeah.
where we
We
just don't talk about sports. We talk
yeah,
about other shit. Like if you guys have problems with some shit or you guys want to ask questions about life, relationships, or advice or some shit, just
for sure.
we're gonna do that too. It probably will start a little bit later than this one. We'll probably drop that maybe late March. I want to say maybe early April
I
around
don't
there.
know. I don't want to say a certain date, but
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it'll
that's
just be it'll be
definitely in the
dropped this year.
works.
It'll drop this year.
Yeah, it's
You
definitely
know,
in the works.
just
Right
know
now, just footy talks because
we got some
we have
exciting,
so much to talk about when it
exciting
comes down
shit,
to this sport.
especially this summer.
Yeah. And I feel like right now it's easier to talk about sports. It just comes more natural to us.
Yeah,
But when it comes down to like world events or dealing with
like
the way
relation,
people are or
yeah,
like
stuff like that.
situations people go through as a whole, or how everyone goes through the same problems, we like to talk about that kind of stuff as well. But because that stuff is more of a deeper subject, we definitely need I guess more time to really think about what we're gonna say, how to deliver the message to the people, and since like I said, it is a deeper topic, so it does take a little bit more of mental work going into it. But that's definitely the direction we want to go into. Have one podcast where we talk about nothing but sports, and then the other podcast where we're talking more about day-to-day life and how the world is going and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a lot more episodes to drop on Footy Talks, especially since the season is still going. It's only getting better with Champions League, Europa League, and these leagues with the teams pretty much being so close together. We don't know who's gonna win at the end of it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, keep listening, tune in, stay on track whenever we drop the next episode. We'll see when we'll start that other channel about
Just
life and
life and shit.
everything. But for right now, this is gonna be the main one, Footy Talks. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, man. Long episode. Um, and hopefully, if not next weekend or maybe in the next 2 weekends, we'll go ahead and drop the next episode about all the Champions League games that happen and the Champions League draw.
Yeah,
Who's going to go in the quarterfinals facing each other and how the league is kind of shaping up and stuff. But
yeah. I don't know. We can maybe drop a episode a week or maybe every.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see right now.
We'll see how it
But
is, but yeah, like he was just saying, we're just be on the lookout. We're coming. This time for real, because I know we've been doing this, but we also stopped for a while.
yeah,
But we're gonna keep doing this.
well, really, like this is like the first episode people will hear. We never
Yeah,
got the chance to drop
the
the things
other.
we did like a year or two ago.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
did record a couple episodes. Do you still have them saved
yeah.
on your?
They're my.
I guess we could go back and listen to them and then drop them, but
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll see how it goes. You
But
might hear us say, "Oh, hey guys, welcome to this, welcome to that," because all these episodes, we've done them in the past. We just haven't been able to drop them. So this is actually the first podcast episode that we've talked for a long time. You know, so yeah, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed and yeah, man. Just stay on track, keep up. Hopefully, we'll be able to drop once a week, but that we'll keep you guys updated on that. So thanks, guys, for listening.
and yep, peace.
See ya.